Hey guys, Coach Dave here with HonestFit. Today we're going over the old school gym class hurdler hamstring stretch. So for quick reference, one leg goes forward, other leg pulled in, and you're reaching the opposite hand down towards the foot. For those of you who were looking for some more detail about the stretch, for the hamstring, we're talking about the back side of the thigh, okay? And the reason that this muscle is important is because it connects up into the pelvis. There's other reasons why it's important, but for a lot of people, they'll be looking at a hamstring stretch because of lower back pain. Any muscle that connects into the pelvis could contribute to hip immobility. And if the hip isn't moving freely, the lower back often has to compensate for that immobility. Also, it could also transfer into the knee. So usually if one joint's immobile, the responsibility for that joint has to be shared with the joint above it and the joint below it, in this case lower back and knee. So let's get started with how to get this stretch going. You're going to keep one leg straight out in front of you, bringing the other foot tight into the groin. You want to try to maintain good posture, and you're going to reach your opposite hand, make sure it's your opposite hand, down towards the extended leg's foot. Okay? Now, in order to amp this stretch up, once you're down into the stretch, take an extra breath and sink into it. With every exhale, try to sink a little deeper into your stretch. Next, you can try to get a little more out of it by maintaining a straight lower back and tilting the pelvis forward. And then once you maintain that forward tilt, and you're already going to be feeling a good stretch there, then you can start to round the back forward. Okay, now there's a couple issues that some people might have if they're really tight in the hamstring. One, I've seen people that are very tight on the posterior chain where they might not even be able to get past this back position. So if that's the case, there's no way they're going to be able to straighten out and start to tilt the pelvis forward. This might not be the stretch for you if you aren't feeling it in the right area. And I would recommend trying some of the standing hamstring stretches, or even bringing your leg up onto a bench and while the other foot's on the floor and working through a similar movement. And that's going to be explained in some other videos on HonestFit. Right. So another issue that a lot of people will have is they'll start to feel the stretch in the lower leg or behind the knee. If that's the case, there's two ways that we can try to alleviate that. One, you can point your toe forward. And two, if that toe point isn't quite doing it, you can try bending the knee slightly. And usually that'll transfer the stretch a little deeper. If you fall into that group where one of those two things is helping and it's getting that stretch deeper into the hamstring area, I highly recommend you start working on calf stretching before your hamstring stretching, and make calf stretching a priority because the calf does bridge the knee, and in this straight position, both muscle groups can get stretched. So if we want to focus on the hamstring, try that bend knee and make sure you're stretching your calves before you even try to get to the hamstrings. I hope that this gave you some good information on an old school stretch. Keep watching HonestFit, more great information coming your way. Thanks.